Indian Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced that the old economic and security relationship with the United States is over. He's urging Canadians to reimagine their economy in response to what he called unacceptable tariffs imposed by the Trump administration. Carney's words were blunt. He said, and I quote, "The old relationship is over. The United States has shown that it is no longer a reliable partner." He went on to say that Canada will now look to strengthen ties with other countries, including China and the European Union. Turning our attention now to the South Pacific. Australian voters will be heading to the polls on May 3rd in a federal election that could have major implications for the region. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and his Labour Party are trying to hold on to their slim majority, but they're facing some very strong headwinds, including rising costs of living and growing concerns about China's influence in the region. Albanese's main challenger is Peter Dutton, the leader of the Liberal Party. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer launched a scathing attack on Vladimir Putin today, accusing the Russian president of playing games with peace talks over Ukraine. Starmer called for even tougher sanctions on Russia and said that Putin only understands strength. He urged Western leaders to remain united in their support for Ukraine and to provide Kiev with the weapons it needs to defend itself. Starmer's comments come as the war in Ukraine grinds into its second year with no end in sight. Here in the United States, economic turbulence is shaking the airline industry as travel demand falters in the face of tariffs and economic uncertainty. The Dow Jones U.S. Airline Index is down sharply today, and several major carriers, including United, American, and Delta, are reporting lower than expected earnings. And it's not just the airlines. This is a ripple effect that's hitting the entire travel and tourism sector. Hotels, cruise lines, you name it. It's a troubling sign for the broader U.S. economy. Chapter 5. Tesla weathers the storm. While President Trump's auto tariffs are having a ripple effect on many companies, Tesla appears to be weathering the storm better than most. Why? Because most of their production and supply chain is based right here in the United States. But that doesn't mean the electric car giant is completely immune. Tesla has acknowledged that the tariffs are driving up costs. Chapter 6. Tragedy in the Red Sea. Turning now to a developing story. We are following breaking news out of Egypt tonight, where a tourist submarine has sunk in the Red Sea. The vessel went down earlier today near the popular resort town of Hurghada. At this hour, we know that 6 people are confirmed dead, all of them Russian citizens. Rescue crews have managed to pull 39 survivors from the water. Chapter 7. Europe debates Ukraine's future. European leaders met today in Brussels to discuss the ongoing war in Ukraine. The leaders pledged to continue supporting Ukraine militarily, but there was disagreement over what role, if any, a foreign reassurance force would play in Ukraine in the event of a negotiated settlement with Russia. Some member states, particularly those bordering Russia, want to see a robust international force on the ground in Ukraine to deter any future aggression. Other nations are more hesitant, fearing that such a move could provoke Russia. That's all for today's top 7 breaking news stories. The world is changing quickly, and it's more important than ever to stay informed about the events shaping our time. We'll continue to follow these stories closely and bring you updates as they develop. In the meantime, you can stay up to date on our website and social media feeds. As always, thank you for trusting us to be your source for news and analysis. Stay informed and stay safe. See you next time.